Fertilization is the fusion of male and female haploid gametes. That is the fusion of sperm and ovum. Suppose this is our sperm and this is our ovum. So this very process is known as fertilization. But fertilization is not so simple process. There are several steps of fertilization. These are: first one is the approach of sperm to ovum. Second one, penetration of ovum. Third one, cortical reaction. Fourth one, synkaryogamy, that is fusion of male and female gametes nuclei. Now we will discuss in detail about all these four steps. So first of all, the approach of sperm to ovum. Now first of all, I am going to draw the structure of female reproductive system. Suppose this is our fallopian tube and it has secondary oocyte here in the fallopian tube, and this very part is vagina and this very part is uterus. So now we know that during ejaculation there are about 1 to 2 millions of sperms are ejaculated in the vagina, and about 50% of the sperms are killed by the acidic environment of the uterus, which is formed due to several acidic bacteria. There are also some macrophages which engulfs many sperms, and there is also some physical barrier which prevents the sperm from reaching up to the fallopian tube, and this physical barrier is the endometrium folding, which is formed during ovulation due to increased level of progesterone. So now only 100 of the sperms are able to pass through this very endometrium folding and comes here, that is up to secondary oocyte. Now, what are the factors which help in this very upward movement of the sperms? The first thing which help is the tail of the sperm. Suppose this is our sperm and it has its tail. So the lacing movement of the tail of the sperm helps in the upward movement of sperm. The second thing is the prostaglandins, which is present in the semen, which is secreted by the seminal vesicles. The prostaglandins helps in the upward opening of the vagina like this, so that the sperms can move upward. The third thing is the expiratory action of uterus. Suppose this is our uterus. Expiratory action means the sucking process of the uterus. So these sperms are moved upward due to suction of this very uterus. Now, when these movements take place, there is also a process which takes place inside the uterus, which is known as capacitation of sperms, in which the glycoprotein which is present on the membrane of acrosome in the head region of sperm is removed. Suppose this is our acrosome and it has glycoproteins on its membrane. So these glycoproteins are removed by the enzymes secreted inside the uterus, and during capacitation there is also influx of calcium ion in the sperm, so that the activeness of this very sperm is maintained and the sperm remains active and moves upward easily. Now, the second thing is the penetration of ovum. So for this, first of all, we will draw the structure of ovum. So we know that there are several layers in the structure of ovum, and I'm going to show you the several layers of ovum. These are the several layers of ovum, and here is its eccentric nucleus, and here are the granulosa cells in the corona radiata layer of this very ovum. And in between these granulosa cells there are hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is present in between these granulosa cells which bind these granulosa cells. So this very layer is known as corona radiata. This very layer is known as corona radiata. This very layer, that is with this very layer is known as zona pellucida, that is having the brinjal color. This very layer is known as zona pellucida, and this layer with yellow color is known as vitelline membrane, and this is our secondary oocyte, and here is the nucleus of this very secondary oocyte. And now this very secondary oocytes releases several fertilizing molecules outside the corona radiata, which thins out the number of sperms, because this very fertilizing molecules has spermiophilic sites. So because of the spermiophilic sites, several sperms will bind to one fertilizing molecule, and this process is known as fertilizing anti-fertilizing reaction, which helps in thinning out the number of sperms. So now the sperms which is towards the nucleus of this very secondary oocyte, nucleus of this very secondary oocyte, that is this very part. So the sperm towards the nucleus of this very secondary oocytes will attaches to the corona radiata, touches firstly the corona radiata. So the sperm from this fertilizing molecule touches the corona radiata. So now when this very sperm touches the corona radiata, this very sperm touches the corona radiata, this very sperm touches the corona radiata, this very sperm, when this very sperm touches the corona radiata, then its acrosome secretes several enzymes. These enzymes are first one is the corona penetrating enzyme, which helps in the rupturing of this very layer, that is corona radiata, digesting of this very layer. The second enzyme which is secreted is hyaluronidase, which helps in the breakdown of this very hyaluronic acid, which hold these very granulosa cells, so that this whole layer of corona radiata gets ruptured. And the third enzyme which is secreted by the acrosome of this very sperm, which fuses with the corona radiata, is the acrosine, which digests this very layer which is known as zona pellucida. So this very layer is also digested. So now only the remaining portion of the secondary oocyte is with vitelline membrane. So now we will again draw the new vitelline membrane with secondary oocyte. Suppose this is our vitelline membrane, it has secondary oocyte and it has its excentric nucleus. So now we will discuss about the cortical reaction after the fusion of sperm to the corona radiata. So in cortical reaction we know that in this very ovum there is two layers which is present. One is known as exoplasm and one is the endoplasm. Suppose outside of this red line is exoplasm and inside of this is endoplasm. So this is our endoplasm. All inside this very large red line is endoplasm and this is our exoplasm. And we know that in exoplasm there are several cortical granules. Now I will make the cortical granules here. So it has cortical granules in the exoplasm region of this very secondary oocyte with vitelline membrane. So now in cortical reaction this very vitelline membrane moves in upward direction and dislocates its place and it comes here. So this very vitelline membrane now I will make the again. So this very vitelline membrane comes here, that it moves in upward direction and the cortical cells attaches to the inner layer. The cortical cells attaches to the inner layer of this very vitelline membrane. These are the cortical cells, or what we call the cortical granules, attaches to the inner layer of vitelline membrane, and here is our secondary oocyte within the endoplasm, and here is the red line which separates the endoplasm and exoplasm, and here is its eccentric nucleus. So now here we see that there is a space here, and this very space is known as perivitelline space. This very space is known as perivitelline space. Now what is the function of this? That is, the vitelline membrane moves upward direction, that is away from the endoplasm, and there is a space which is found which is known as perivitelline space, and the cortical granules attaches to this very vitelline membrane. This is known as cortical reaction, and this very membrane is known as fertilization membrane. So now fertilization membrane, so this helps in the protection of entering other sperms in the secondary oocyte, or what we call the ovum. So these sperms cannot enter into the ovum. So this is the function of that very fertilization membrane. Now we will discuss about the synkaryogamy. Synkaryogamy, that is the fusion of gametic nucleus. So suppose this is our nucleus of sperm and this is our nucleus of ovum, and their nuclear membrane fuses together and it has its chromosome here, and it has its chromosome here, that is n number of chromosome here, and so these two gametic nuclei fuses together and form a diploid zygote. So these form a diploid zygote here, and here is the 2n number of chromosomes. So this very process is known as fertilization. That's all. Thank you.